The US is quietly preparing an army of ghosts, without crews, and these two drones are set to lead the attack. But who is the deadliest AI wingman for the fighter jets of the future? Two giants in the United States defense industry are racing to perfect the next generation of collaborative combat aircraft, or CCA AI-powered drones, designed not to replace pilots, but to accompany them into battle. The MQ-28 Ghostbat, developed by Boeing Australia, and the XQ-58 Valkyrie, created by Kratos Defense, now stand as two of the most mature examples of this concept on the global stage. Imagine a combat formation where a single F-15E, F-35, or F-22 no longer flies alone, but is accompanied by one or several unmanned drones, operating within a radius of several kilometers ahead, beside or below the manned aircraft. In such a scenario, both the Ghostbat and Valkyrie serve as force multipliers. They extend the formation's sensor range, carry additional weapons without burdening the manned aircraft, conduct reconnaissance missions in dangerous areas, perform electronic warfare operations, and act as decoys that draw enemy radar attention away from the human pilot, increasing their chances of survival. For the F-35 and F-22, which rely on stealth as their primary advantage, the presence of CCAs means the main aircraft can remain electronically quiet, while the accompanying drones transmit radar signals or launch missiles from different angles, disrupting the enemy's air defense calculations. Meanwhile, for the F-15E, which relies more heavily on weapons capacity and range, companion drones add more airborne missile launch capability, without increasing risks to human crews. This combination is why CCA integration is now considered an essential requirement for a fighter aircraft to be regarded as reaching the 5+ generation standard. In a more detailed tactical simulation, a formation of F-35A, for example, could be accompanied by 2 to 4 CCA units, spread several miles ahead and along the aircraft's flanks. When enemy radar detects signals, the first targets to become visible would be the accompanying drones, rather than the manned aircraft hiding behind an electronic shield. This strategy forces enemy air defenses to allocate missiles and sensor attention toward targets that are strategically less valuable, while the F-35 or F-22 remains free to approach and deliver the first strike. For the more exposed F-15E, CCA function as an extension of its airborne weapons arsenal, allowing a small formation to launch more missiles in a single attack wave without increasing the number of manned aircraft or putting additional pilots at risk. The MQ-28 Ghostbat holds a unique distinction as the first aircraft designed and built entirely in Australia, in several decades. The project was developed to meet the specific requirements of the Royal Australian Air Force, including its role as an escort platform for high-value assets, such as the E-7 Wedgetail, an airborne early warning and control aircraft, so strategically important that it requires exceptionally strong protection. What sets the Ghostbat apart from most combat drones is its philosophy of modularity. Its airframe is designed so that the aircraft's nose section can be replaced according to mission requirements, ranging from electro-optical sensor configurations and electronic warfare payloads, to specialized communication suites without requiring a complete redesign or overhaul of the aircraft. Combined with its ability to take off and land conventionally on standard runways, the Ghostbat offers operational flexibility, approaching that of traditional manned fighter aircraft. One of its main advantages over other CCA that rely on rocket-assisted launches or emergency recovery methods. Boeing has also not limited its ambitions to the Australian domestic market. The Ghostbat is now being actively offered for potential requirements of the US Air Force and US Navy, and it has even entered cooperation discussions with Germany's Bundeswehr through a partnership with Rheinmetall, targeting initial deliveries in 2029. 8 pre-production Block 1 Ghostbat aircraft have already been accepted by the Royal Australian Air Force, while Boeing is currently building the first of 9 Block 2 aircraft. More ambitiously, the Block 3 variant, introduced at this year's ILA Berlin exhibition, features a 25% larger airframe, engine thrust of up to 12,000 pounds force, and an internal weapons bay capable of carrying AIM-120 AMRA air-to-air missiles, as well as GBU-39 small precision-guided bombs. One of the most critical milestones in the Ghostbat's development cycle has been its completion of more than 150 test flight sorties, along with the successful live launch of an AIM-120 AMRA air-to-air missile directly from the platform. This achievement carries strategic significance, far beyond a simple technical milestone. Until now, many early-generation combat drones have primarily served as reconnaissance platforms or passive radar decoys. By successfully launching an active medium-range missile, such as the AMRAAM, the Ghostbat has proven that it can transition from merely being an additional set of eyes and ears within a combat formation into a genuine offensive asset. This capability reinforces the concept behind the Block 3 variant's internal weapons bay. Storing missiles inside the aircraft, rather than mounting them externally, reduces aerodynamic drag and preserves a smaller radar signature, two crucial factors that determine the survivability of stealth aircraft operating in heavily defended airspace. In practice, future combat formations could involve a Ghostbat carrying a pair of air-to-air missiles positioned ahead of, alongside, or beneath the main formation of F-35A, F-15EX, or F-A-18F aircraft. The Ghostbat is not intended to replace these manned aircraft. Instead, it is designed to reshape the overall geometry of combat formations by distributing sensors and weapons over a wider area, significantly increasing the chances of detecting and engaging enemy forces first. The achievement of more than 150 test flight sorties is itself a significant milestone for a relatively young CCA program. Each sortie typically validates different elements, ranging from autonomous control stability during high-performance maneuvers, the resilience of communication links with controlling aircraft, to the accuracy of AI algorithms in identifying and prioritizing targets. Combined with more than 20,000 hours of digital validation conducted before physical flight testing, Boeing has essentially built a gradual foundation of confidence before allowing the Ghostbat to independently deploy lethal weapons. The AMRAAM live fire test represents the culmination of this extensive validation process, while also sending a message to potential international customers that the Ghostbat is not merely a concept shown in presentation slides, but a weapon system that has been proven capable of engaging and hitting real targets. The journey of Ghostbat to its current position was far from smooth from the beginning. Boeing initially entered the MQ-28 into the United States Air Force Phase 1 CCA program competition, but it lost to other competitors. However, in the defense industry, losing at one stage of a competition rarely marks the end of a project. Boeing chose to continue developing the Ghostbat independently, while other competitors such as Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin significantly redesigned their concepts, and new players entered the competition. As a result, by mid-2026, the most advanced CCA projects in terms of development maturity included four names: Anduril's YFQ-44, General Dynamics' YFQ-42, Lockheed Martin's YFQ-48A, and Boeing's MQ-28, as all four represented real aircraft that had already taken to the skies. Meanwhile, Shield AI and Lockheed had yet to launch truly representative flying prototypes, and Hermeus's flying demonstrator was considered not yet reflective of its actual final design. In June 2026, the United States Air Force officially announced the Increment 1 CCA contract awards, selecting General Atomics' YFQ-42 and Anduril's YFQ-44 for the engineering and manufacturing development phase. The USAF also awarded separate contracts for autonomous mission software involving Anduril, General Atomics, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, RTX Collins Aerospace, and Shield AI. Overall, the USAF aims to acquire more than 150 combat-ready CCA by the end of this decade, with a long-term goal of approximately 1,000 units. Unlike the Ghostbat, which emphasizes conventional flexibility, Kratos Defense's XQ-58 Valkyrie takes a completely different approach. Much smaller in size and far cheaper to produce, the Valkyrie was designed around the attritable concept, a combat aircraft intentionally built to be affordable and easy to manufacture in large numbers, allowing the military to use it in high-risk missions without hesitation. Its operational concept is equally unique. Instead of requiring a long runway, the Valkyrie is launched with rocket assistance, similar to a missile, and lands using a parachute recovery system. This runway-independent approach provides a major tactical advantage. The Valkyrie can operate from remote locations or improvised airfields far from conventional airport infrastructure. This capability is particularly relevant in the Pacific Theater, which is characterized by numerous small islands and air bases scattered over vast distances. Kratos is currently developing a new variant equipped with conventional landing gear, a move that could accelerate the aircraft's reuse cycle in the future. Developed to meet the requirements of the United States Air Force and the U.S. Marine Corps, the XQ-58 has successfully conducted flight tests alongside the F-22 and F-35B, demonstrating compatibility with two of the United States' premier stealth combat aircraft. These tests also confirmed its role as a loyal wingman designed to support high-risk missions. The attritable philosophy fundamentally changes the risk calculations of battlefield commanders. When a combat aircraft costs tens of millions of dollars, sending it into heavily defended enemy airspace is always accompanied by significant hesitation. However, when the cost of a single unit is only around 1/4 that of the Ghost Bat, commanders can make far more aggressive tactical decisions, sacrificing one or two Valkyries to trigger enemy radars or deplete an opponent's air defense missile stockpile before the main attack wave arrives. This approach aligns with the evolving U.S. military doctrine, which increasingly emphasizes the mass production of low-cost unmanned systems as a counterbalance to the numerical advantages of rival air forces in the Indo-Pacific region. When these two drones are analyzed from the perspectives of specifications and production economics, the differences in their design philosophies become increasingly apparent. The larger Ghost Bat, which is capable of conventional takeoff and landing, carries a price tag of approximately $15 million per unit. In comparison, the smaller Valkyrie, which relies on rocket-assisted launch and parachute recovery, is far more economical, costing around $4 million per unit, less than 1/3 the price of the Ghost Bat. In terms of combat range, the Ghost Bat can reach approximately 3,700 kilometers, with a maximum speed of Mach 0.9, allowing it to keep pace with conventional fighter jets during mixed formations. The Valkyrie has the advantage in range, with a reach of up to 5,600 kilometers, although its maximum speed is slightly lower at Mach 0.85. This combination of long range and low production cost makes the Valkyrie an ideal candidate for swarm tactics in the vast Pacific region, where the enormous distances between islands make extended operational endurance a critical factor in the viability of drone deployments. Ultimately, determining which of these two combat drones is superior depends heavily on the operational doctrine and funding strategies adopted by each air force. The Ghost Bat provides clear advantages in modular flexibility, operational maturity, and conventional integration. Although significantly more expensive, its ability to carry advanced sensor systems and internal weapons makes it a capable partner for fighter aircraft during complex high-intensity missions. On the other hand, the Valkyrie wins in terms of cost efficiency and operational sustainability through its attritable design concept. Its ability to launch without a traditional runway, combined with its massive flight range, makes it an ideal option for swarm tactics across the vast Pacific theater. There is no absolute winner between the two, as they fill different tactical roles. The Ghost Bat is the preferred choice for achieving high-level qualitative air superiority, while the Valkyrie represents the most pragmatic solution for winning a war of numbers at a far lower cost. The claims made on paper were finally tested under near-realistic conditions in late June to early July 2026, when the MQ-28 Ghost Bat successfully operated alongside various variants of the fifth-generation F-35 fighter aircraft during Valiant Shield 2026, a major multinational exercise held across the Western Pacific region, covering areas including the Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, Hawaii, and Japan. The exercise marked the first time the MQ-28 participated in a large-scale multinational exercise, representing a significant milestone in the operational development of collaborative combat aircraft and the advancement of human-machine teaming capabilities in the Indo-Pacific theater. In addition to flying alongside F-35s, the Ghost Bat was also recorded operating with various other support aircraft, including E-3 and E-2D airborne early warning and control systems, EA-18G electronic attack aircraft, and RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft. It also participated in emergency aerial refueling exercises with the HC-130J Combat King II as part of the Agile Combat Employment concept. Integration with CCA platforms is now officially regarded as a key requirement for a fighter aircraft to be considered part of the 5+ generation standard, as these capabilities extend sensor coverage, increase weapons capacity, enable reconnaissance and electronic warfare missions, and improve the survivability of manned aircraft through decoy and support functions. Interestingly, in the global competition to develop stealth unmanned combat aircraft of this kind, China and the United States are considered the world leaders, while Russia remains the only country to have tested such a concept directly in actual combat conditions, deploying the unmanned stealth S-70 aircraft to support Su-57 fighter operations in Ukraine. So that's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.